Hey, morning, gang, and happy Monday. It is 9:28 in the morning, bright and early. How we all doing today? We got Trading Cowboy with us as always, and we're
Let's
just
go, giddy
slowly
up.
starting to digest this market. So yeah, man, we were just talking about the candles. Like, holy jeez. First off, Sunday, we had a sell-off all week last week, and then Sunday night, it was just chugging up the entire day. Well, after hour day, whatever you call it, and then all the way into
Yeah,
early hours tonight as well. But yeah, what was that? That must have been a Trump tweet again, huh? Is that what that 6:30 candle is? Probably.
I don't know what that was. It was 130 points, man. I watched it and I was like, okay. And then I got out of the shower. It was 7 o'clock, and I looked at 7 o'clock, and it dipped down below the 21 on a 5 minute. And I was like, you know what? A guy should buy that, and I didn't buy it. But now look at it. I mean, you literally would have bought it at like 450.
Yeah.
You'd be up 65 points right now.
Holy jeez, man. Hey,
Oh,
morning, Lewis and L. Jones. How we all doing today?
good morning, guys.
Yeah, that's a wild candle, man. It must have been like the Trump tweet, because he was talking about just the news again is progressing well. Hey,
Right.
morning, Marco. Good morning, guitar guy. Darn, I thought I was first in chat. Yeah, man, it used to be driving obsession. Driving obsession was always first, which I'm sure he's gonna be here in 2 seconds.
Yeah, he's lurking. I know.
Yeah. So no bottom wick on this 928 candle right before market open. We only got 10 seconds here.
Yeah, here we go. What's he gonna do?
But literally, we've gone up 500 points now since, Friday's close. Sunday was nuts. Ooh, good wick. Do we chase any of these wicks this morning? Like,
I don't
like when we
know.
first started streaming, maybe like a month and a half ago, we would chase some of
Yeah.
these.
Oh yeah.
And then I got just honestly burned so many times. I stopped chasing them, but now that I'm starting to understand them a little bit better, I almost want to start chasing them again. Hey, Lewis, thank you, sir. Lewis, this old thing. Thanks for noticing, bud. How funny. Yeah, man, that was Thursday's adventure. That's what I did. That's why we had a shorter stream Thursday too. Man, we're coming down. We're dancing at this 9 o'clock level, the 480s. Are we going to break through or not? What is ES doing? ES is basically doing the same thing that we're doing. Where the hell is VIX? VIX gap down just a little tiny bit.
Look at that. Wow. Right off that 9 o'clock.
Right off that 480.
Yeah.
Man, we got Papa Powell speaking today. We have Papa Powell
We
speaking
do,
at
don't we? Yeah.
10:30. I wonder what that'll be about. Nvidia had a little gap. It looks like it already filled it. It's pushing up pretty nice. Q's has a gap to the downside still. VIX is still going down though, pretty good. Our London high 573, which is that impulse candle we were talking about at 7 o'clock. Hey, morning, driving obsession. How we doing today,
There
sir?
he is.
Good to see you.
Good
Good
to
to
see
see
you,
you. Good
buddy.
to see you. Basically, we just wicked into Friday's orb box low. This green box right here is still from Friday. It won't set up the new one until the first 50. Well, here's the new one setting up, obviously, right here. But yeah, we're just wicking into the bottom of Friday's box. We do have our nice little resistance support line here at the 512s. EMAs are separating nicely, but again, there's no kind of wick bottom on this 485. Not that it matters too much for market open. Sometimes there's just too much chaos.
Yeah. Bounced right off the 9. Pretty nice. Still trying to push down though. I mean, the month ago me would already be long, sweating.
Right? Man, Jet, you do stink. Man, my dog smells so bad right now. Oh. We had our 8-year-old, now 8-year-old's birthday party over the weekend. So he was just blasting the lake, blasting around with the goats all day. Ugh, he smells. Man, 933. Also, congratulations, sir. 1,100 friggin' subscribers.
Man,
What the heck?
bro, it took forever. You know, I mean, I'm not complaining at all, but like we set at 9:20 for like 4 days,
Oh, I know it. Yeah, I know it.
and
I
then
know it.
Friday. Now we did a long stream Friday too. I mean, after I
Yeah.
got done with you, we streamed for over 5 hours,
I
and
saw
then I
that,
sit
man.
on there after. Yeah, as soon as market closed, I mean, I stayed on until like an hour after market closed, just trying to get extra people to watch.
Yeah, you went all
So
the way to like the
we had a
actual
lot of people
legitimate
click on
close.
there. So,
Yeah.
but then yeah, after that, I mean, it just kind of rocketed, and then nothing, all day yesterday and stuff, just nothing. So
Jeez, man. Crazy. Pretty stinking cool though, man. I like the shorts that you just made too. I thought those turned out really good.
yeah, yeah, I gotta tell you about some of those, or one of those.
Yeah. All right, so 9:34. We have 30 seconds left of this 5 minute. Kind of just waiting to see how everything sets up here. Little bit of an indecisive morning so far. We popped up from the 480s up to the 540s. Now we're back down to the 460s. We do have Asian high is 419, so 420s, or London low 375. Man, that's crazy when you look at your chart right now. Just a big old death candle right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Still wicking to the downside. Interesting. We might find support around here at the 450s.
I was gonna say 450 to 440. I'm gonna try to catch it in there somewhere.
Try to catch a long ski.
I'm just gonna slowly start. Lewis is probably screaming at me not to do it. But
I know. Don't do it, cowboy.
well, it's crazy when I can hear these guys screaming in my ear. They're not. I can't even hear anybody.
Oh,
But
I know
it
it.
doesn't help.
Yeah. Oh, I know it.
Like I can hear you guys. I know I can.
I can hear you. I'm just not listening. So we did have that one wick that came down here to 437s. Hopefully that provides the support. Otherwise, coming back down to the 400s.
There's zero Dawn.
Hey, Zero Down. What's up, big dog? Let's see. VIX is popping up, but it's almost at its 200 EMA.
Zero Dawn. I'm trying to catch a knife right now.
Nvidia's coming down to potential support. Maybe we get a retest back up here to the 480s. Ugh, nice wick. It just keeps pushing it though. Come on, you devil. This is where you should turn around. 420s now. I don't want to see this thing come back up to the 9 sooner than later.
Yeah.
Guys, I think this is still dropping, says Marco. Yes,
Oh, thanks, Marco.
at the moment.
I know it. I know it.
Certainly seems like it. Man, can we not just get one more nice little wick? One more little wickety wick? Came all the way down here to the 417s, basically the 420s. That is our 200 EMA, though, that we're hitting on the 5-minute at 412. We almost hit it.
Right.
We're just barely missing it. There we go. Almost up. Room down to 388, says H-Town.
And H-Town to the VIP room. He keeps talking negative like that.
Man, my blue line of resistance there worked perfectly.
I mean, honestly, at the 380s, I'll probably hit this with a funded.
You what?
I said at the 380s, I'll probably try to catch this with a funded.
Yeah, get even heavier.
Yeah.
Well,
It looked good
shoot.
for a second. So it's starting to slow down.
Good start to the Monday. Down to the 414s. I mean, again, we're at the 200 EMA on the 5, so you'd think that would provide some sort of a bounce. VIX is almost to the top.
Guitar guy makes 3,000 when he's not trading an eval. I know it.
Yeah, bud. What time is it? We have 30 more seconds before our 940 candle. On the 5, we're getting a real nice wick off of that 200 EMA that we were talking about. Candles are definitely slowing down as long as this one doesn't have a big kaboom. Ah. Well, down to the 400s now. $380s might be right.
I'm fixing to be out.
Shoot, yeah, Q's is going to its gap fill. Well, this didn't work. Though now that we're at the 380s, this should be finally a bounce area. You friggin' hope. If not, yipes. Oh man, you averaged down hard. Still breaking, no stinking way, really? There's Marco's 380s. Come on. Come on. Get a reaction back up, please. We do have VWAP down here at the 350s, but I don't really want to keep holding it.
No, if it doesn't hold here, I'm all out. Max pain reached.
Yeah. Come on. Come on, give us a push. Give us a real strong push.
Hey, Charles, what's happening, my friend?
Hey, morning, Charles. Oh, come on. Give us the stinking push. Mm.
Marco
Right.
tried to go short, accidentally went long. Welcome to the club, buddy. I'm
Fuck
sorry you're here.
me.
Yeah, my blue line of resistance is killing us. Lewis passed the Lucid. Congrats, Lewis.
Nice, Lewis.
What's up, Stack Z? Good to see you,
Hey,
buddy.
morning, Stack. Good to see y'all this morning, bright and early. Bright and early with us. Come on, that's a good wick. Come on. Save us. Save us. Come on. You stinking thing. Nope.
Yeah, that was terrible. I think we got some more downside coming.
Shit.
Yeah, Lewis, give it like maybe 5 minutes at the most. Just pull your dashboard up, your Lucid dashboard, and it'll refresh. And the next time it resets, as long as you're within that 50%, um, it'll show upgrade to funded in green. You can click that button, sign the contract, and within 3 or 4 minutes you'll be funded. That account will be active, and you can start trading that funded today.
Come on.
Order filled. Stock filled.
Yeah, we've got him, Charles. We've got him in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, friggin' Papa Powell, man. The man, the myth, and the friggin' legend, Papa Powell. $424. Let's see if we can't get back to 424 now. We're starting to get a little bit of strength. Really?
Wow.
Downside gonna continue, huh? Nice, Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis,
Already
isn't that
activated.
with Lewis?
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
with Lucid, I mean, it's crazy.
I wonder why my Apex eval is still showing active when I only have $95 of drawdown, but it won't let me trade a micro. That is really strange. I don't think that it had a $100 minimum. Maybe it does have a $100 minimum. Yeah, Zero Dawn. It seems like VWAP. Seems like she wants to go. Yep, there we go. Well, hold on. Let's see. Maybe that'll be her wick back up.
I think I'm just fixing the can there. Come on.
Got 5 seconds left of this candle.
Nice bear flag, though.
Zero Dawn's in at 490 for the short. ES broke out of the, well, wicked the bottom of its 15. Qs still haven't filled that gap yet. They're close. They're about 50 cents away. VIX is bunking its head on the top of its range.
And I mean, this is almost perfect, right? It stopped 10 points before VWAP.
Yeah. Don't love that wick, though. I just wanted to start rounding. Rounding up to $1 billion. Nope, still going down. 550 locked in. Boom, says Lewis. Kabooms, he said. Shoot, man. You know, you wake up and you start your
Lucid,
trading
we're
day.
coming for you. Yeah, I love Lucid. I really do.
Lucid, we coming for you. Man, you start your trading day thinking this is going to be a great day. Got that.
Another bear flag, maybe.
I mean, everything's at VWAP now. You'd think we get some type of a bounce. Our Asian low is 320s.
Order filled.
Yeah, 325 bounce area. Marco, hopefully this is where it turns around for the DCA gang.
I don't know, Marco. It's not looking good.
Yeah, man, it definitely looks like it wants to wick to the 320s now. Son of a bitch.
Was it you, Zero Dawn? Did you throw the boat anchor?
I mean, at some point she's got to turn around, and it'll be beautiful when she does. Oh, yeah.
Marco saw the boat anchor. I know it.
Man, yeah, come on. Come on. I mean, VIX is finally starting to come down, but 951. Come on. Just sitting here. Tied a cinder block to a market maker. Literally. 5 seconds left of this candle. Can we get finally a little push? Maybe back up to the 21? Or is it going to keep sinking? Oh. Come on. This has got to be it, right? This has got to be it. Right here. Right here.
Zero Dawn took profit at 350. Congrats.
Good. So that means we can finally go long. Zero Dawn took profit. We can go long. Time to go stinking long.
Just now.
Right now. Come on. Right here. Break it. Go. Come on. A teeny tiny little wick. That's all we're going to get. Come on. No way. No way. Huh. Oh my God. This trade
We
is
did this
showing.
just to show y'all that we could set in a trade, right? That's kind of the only
Yo,
way we
this is
can set
the.
in a trade.
Oh, I know it. This is the most infuriating trade
Oh,
ever.
that was
No way,
terrible.
dude. Look at that
That was
wick.
terrible.
Order filled.
No way. Man, we've been saying that all morning now, Mark. This should go up now. Now it should go up. Now it should really go up.
Yeah, we got to be going up from here.
Right? Come the heck on. Huh, 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 huh. Fuck. Alright. I think I gotta get out of this trade. Do we have any hope in sight now below us? Or are we just falling to
Not really. I
292
mean,
now?
what did Lewis say earlier? 325.
Fuck. Ugh. Yeah, this is dumb now.
Order filled. Order filled.
No, Q filled its gap. That's one good thing. We just hit our Asian lows. Nasty drop. Yeah, I know it, bud. I know it, man. We're in the same boat. Greg, you need to add some more buys. I know. Look at compared to
Oh
Cowboy. I
no.
know it. Man, I just don't want this thing to keep dropping. Then it's going to kill the account
Yeah.
completely. See? Like that. Shit. Come on.
Well, thanks, Zero Don. Thanks for the heads up.
Hmm.
Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, I think I'm about to get out. Oh, what are the chances the second I get out, it goes up?
Order filled.
Fuck me. That sucks.
Order filled.
All right, I'm out. I'm sure that's where it's going to bounce. I'm almost positive that's where it's going to bounce.
rejected. Stop filled. Stop filled. Stop filled. Stop filled.
Hey, Hydro. I want to see a push back up to reclaim the VWAP, which will form a top wick on this next hourly candle to continue to the downside, says Stack Z. Yeah, sorry, guys. We kind of went zero dark for a second there. Oh, it's always so infuriating, right? When it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes
Yeah.
and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And you're just against it and you're battling it and you're against it and you're battling it. I don't even know what I'm down on the day. Down 750. Damn it. We have some making up to do. First little push up we're actually seeing. Here's a brand new 10 o'clock candle. We're 20 seconds into it. I feel dirty when I placed the trade, but I thought maybe it would pop to let them out and then drop hard. Unfortunately, just rejected. Oh. We almost did it, guys. We almost did it. Man, so we haven't broken the 21 the whole stinking day. What are the chances we're going to break the 21 now? So that would be 358. Are we starting to finally curl back up? I swear if this goes back up to 350, I'm not trading this for a month, says Good News.
Order filled.
Yeah, I know.
All
We'll
right,
see
come
what...
on, 350. We need good news.
I know it, man. Well, right now it kind of seems like it wants to pop up there, pop up to the VWAP in 21, which maybe that'll be a good short spot. It was right at the 15-minute range with that consolidation with a nice reaction. That is my setup, says Marco. Well, this is kind of a cowboy setup almost right here, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting a green candle, halfway retest, another green candle if it pushes up. Shoot, yeah, VIX is looking like it might actually free fall. Might short down to 50. $300-point horse ride. Dang, Lewis says he might do a 300-point horse ride all the way down to the 50s. The only thing that stinks, though, man, is keep in mind Papa Powell in 30 minutes. So that man might force that trade down there, or it might do the exact opposite for no reason. Shoot, man, yeah, it's starting to get a little strength here. Guys, I have $100 left. Should I grind it back or just risk it? 2 to 3 NQs. Man, the only thing that stinks though is like look at this, look at how it's kind of dancing right now, you know. 2 to 3 NQs. You're gonna you know, if it goes down 2 points, you've blown it. I don't foresee Powell saying anything that is going to pop the markets back up, says Marco. Bear flag, says Miguel. Powell will do what I tell him to do, says Lewis. That motherfucker. Slide into them Powell DMs. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, though, Marco. You're right. What is Powell going to say that would pop the market back up? Do one NQ and just get out after 5 to 10 points. But what if you do one NQ and it goes against you 5 to 10 points? Yeah, actually, good news. I'm almost on Team Lewis with this one. Maybe just do one micro in one direction and then just hold it. Maybe that's the thing to do. Because if it drops 300 points, holding that one micro, you're gonna make a lot of money. Stack C, short at 330 with a stop loss at 350. I don't have the stop loss at 350 because that's where I'm about to add in. You know, that's where most people have their stop loss because its VWAP is at the 21. So put it a little above that. Put it like 360, for example, or 367. And then add one more at 350. That's what I'm going to do. Remember, we are traders, says Marco, not gamblers. There is a small difference.
Very small. Yeah.
Especially when you start getting the twitches.
Oh,
Alright, here's 10:05. Bands will make her dance. Shoot, we should have added one more in already, Staxy. We're late to the party now. But we gotta make sure this doesn't just drop and wick us either. Oh, is it really just gonna drop and wick us? Come on, keep sinking. What time is it? 10:06. Kind of seems like that might be going to move my stop loss at break even if it breaks this low on the 1 minute. If it does, well, there you go, bud. There you go right there, sir. There you go right there. I might drop a... Oh. I was going to drop a stop in there at 300, but I was too slow on it. So I guess we will wait. What I hate about NQ drops is when you think it's reached the bottom, it keeps dropping, he says. I don't like these two wicks.
Order filled.
Come on.
Order filled.
Whoa, what? Why did that take me out of my trade?
Order rejected.
The daily loss limit, $1,000 daily loss limit was hit.
oh,
Ah.
dang it. Yep.
But I didn't even click on it. It just says 1,000 from the provider.
Yeah, with the new end of day drawdowns, you have a $8,000 daily loss, I think, on Apex. is what I was
Wow,
reading.
and it locks you out when you hit it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Buy another one. We'll be right back.
son of a bitch. I was going in the right direction, Apex. was going in the right direction. Oh, that sucks. Man, I didn't know that. I wasn't expecting that. Well, shoot. I mean, don't lose $1,000 in a day. First off, Greg, that helps. That could certainly help. Oh, what is this? Oh man, now it's back up to like full price too. I don't want to pay full price for this stupid
Yeah.
thing. Oh, that's so shitty, man. How dumb. Hey guys, careful.
I thought you were talking to us. I was like, oh, what are we doing?
What are we doing? What do we do wrong? Hey, careful guys, don't bring the chaos in here.
No, I said we're not. Turn around.
I need to get my ball.
Remember, I said you could stay in the playroom watching TV if you were not hurting each other?
I ate all of my toast.
No, you didn't, because I threw half of it out. So nice try.
No, you didn't throw half of my toast out.
Okay. Okay, either way, you did not eat all of your breakfast, and I told you that you wouldn't get to eat again until lunchtime if you didn't eat breakfast. So now you have 2 more hours. Go play nice.
All right, we're back in. All right, gang. We took out the Friday close and rejecting. Maybe longs will start playing out, says Marco. Does not look good for either direction. What if it's just a retracement, then back down? It's 10:13 now. We came up here to this lovely VWAP and did actually break that 21. So I guess that short wasn't working out. Man,
And I think you're right, Marco. I mean, I'm really just watching it right here at the 50. I want to see it kind of touch the 50, kind of wick over it. I mean, right here is already setting up for the short at 370, but I like the 380. I like that the 50's at the 380 because that's the 80 mark. So I'd like to see a wick up here another one close up here, and then it start pushing straight down. I'm just over here activating some of my fundeds I got past last week. I got one lucid and 2 top steps. So,
Nice. Hmm. Greg is like that meme about prop firms' unlimited life. Here I am again. Son of a bitch. Man, I can't believe that lockout thing. I mean, I'm guessing that's probably a good thing, but at the same time, it's frustrating because like you have to accept that loss on the day. You know,
yeah.
I don't like that.
See, there was that little wick. I wish it would have got a little bit above it, but kind of had that doji kind of hammer candle, and then this one popped over it, rejected.
Hmm. Maybe retest the 400s. The 200 EMA on the 5-minute is at 407. Guitar guy, I'm gonna wait for Apex to have another sale. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
What did you just pay?
Huh? It was $65.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that, Marco. I kind of thought it was going to hold up there.
Yeah, bear flag is bear flagging a little on the 5s. EMA curling down just a little bit again. I think it could be, but I changed my bias back and forth all day, says Marco. Yeah, man, that's everybody. You know, literally, I'll be
Oh
talking
yeah,
about, I'll talk about a direction for like 3, 4, 5 minutes and then literally take the exact opposite trade. We're really setting up
yeah.
for the long. We're really long, and this is going to be a great long. I'm going short. Wait, what? Seems like we're kind of still building up for that push. I think everybody's kind of waiting for Powell at this moment, though. Papa P. Should we put the Powell speech up in the stream? Do you guys want to see the speech up in the stream while we're trading it, or no? Do you guys want to
I
hear?
think so. I did Trump the other day, and it seemed like everybody kind of liked just to be able to sit there and watch it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, which I have. Actually, look at this. I have a Powell. I have a Powell one set up right now too. Fed's mirroring is speaking right now. Only if he's wearing a blue tie. He never does. It's always purple, bud. You know that. You know it's always purple. Who you kidding? See, I was about to long, and now I'm about to short. Hugging and kissing, hugging and kissing. 10:18. All right, let's see. YouTube's.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it.
Look at this, gang. Look at this. Real time. Real time, you get to see the magic happen. Look at it. The only thing I'll have to oh yeah, I have it muted right now. I should probably unmute that. Let me turn off pretzel and I'll unmute that. No thanks. Alright.
No, Lewis. As long as you went with the flex, there's no consistency at all. And I think max payout is 5,000. I may be wrong on that.
Did it look like the baby duckies had been picked on overnight?
No.
Like the feathers weren't all.
Correct. They were good. And then as soon as I opened the door, they all ran out and they were eating food together and stuff like that. They weren't like, yeah. Oh, let's stinking see.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I took out 2,000 on 3 of them, but it's basically you got to have 150 a day for 5 days. They're kind of like Apex, I guess, but then you can take out 50% of your profit up to $2,000. So I try to get $5,000 in mine, and then I take out 2,000, so that leaves you $3,000 in there. But if you have, I think technically if you have 2,000 in there, you could take out half of that, I believe.
I'm kind of surprised we're not going up after this wick. This wick at 10:19. Everybody's literally waiting for Powell. That's all it is. Oh.
Yeah, just like Top Tip Lewis, except you literally could go in there and make, well, I guess, just like them, because you could go in there and make $10,000 and then just $150 a day every 5 days and take out 2,000.
Huh. There's very little bottom wick on this 1 hour candle. We came up, we hit the 9. Man, I'm super bear biased now. Obviously, I don't want to screw up another account, but I always want to start shorting. Start shorting now for the Powell dump. See if we can't retest that. 23,100. The good thing about Apex, you can have 20 accounts. Yes, correct. Good news. And you can link them all together. Which the most I've ever done is only 5. Ooh, introducing the flex plan. No consistency rule. Look at us. Alright, I said skip. I said skip. Stack C, I see a lot of downside potential this week. I don't think there's anything Daddy Trump can say to save this market right now. Dude, that's how I'm kind of feeling right now, too. I mean, we popped up, don't forget, we popped up like 500 points, 600 points last night. And now we've retraced that almost halfway. You know, we dropped from, well, it was halfway, from 600s down to the 300s. But we do still have another 300 to fall. So, yeah, man, I'm super bearish at the moment, especially because I lost a lot of money on the stinking longs. And then my
Yeah,
count
the only thing that I'm kind of trying to keep in mind is we're slowly pushing down. I mean, there's already talk that, they could try to raise the interest rate. So I kind of wonder if the market's kind of playing into that.
Okay.
And then whenever they announce it, we get this just face rip, in a month or so that
Right.
that nobody sees coming.
Right. Man, that would be wild, though, if they decide to raise interest rates. If that's their first move of 2026 is to raise rates, that would be nuts. Well, I guess we've already had one drop. But 10.25, just snailing down. Snails pacing down. Whatever happens, I can see Powell putting in the dagger to Trump once more. Final hurrah. Well, yeah, I mean, when is his last day? I think it's sometime in May, right? Powell's last day is sometime in May.
I'm not sure, actually.
Good news, I'm out for today. Let me go and touch the grass. What kind of grass you touching, good news? You touching that grass with your lungs? I'm so tempted to short down to the 100s. Me too, Lewis. Just because you said that,
Order filled.
I just went short.
Your fault, Lewis. It's your fault. It don't work. It's yours.
Thanks a lot, Lewis. We're up $30 now, you jerk.
He's fixing to get out already.
I literally am, but I'm about
Forget
to
the hundreds. I'm out.
I'm about to gray button that right now. I know that we agreed on 100, but it's at 330, and that's close enough. I mean, seriously, I might just hold this, and if it comes all the way up to the 530s, we'll add one more. That's the plan. That's how we're gonna combat Papa Powell today. That son of a bitch. He owes me money. Uh-oh. What is that? They're filming next to a highway? Oh, that's just all the people rattling right now. Man, sorry, I'm trying to turn this down. There we go. I think that's just the noise inside the convention hall at the moment. Alright, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Getting too nervous about this short that Lewis told me to do.
Yeah, Mark. I mean, he's getting pretty brave now, huh? He knows we're going to 100, so he's just like, okay, I'll be back later, guys.
Hopefully the war doesn't end while Greg is peeing. Could you imagine? I come back and there's like a 200-point boner candle, and I'm like, oh my god, World War We. That's pretty funny. All right, 10:30. Where the heck are you, pal? He's usually on time too. Trump is always late, but Powell's usually on time. Uh-oh. Should have took it. Lewis, you told me not to use a stop. No stop, only TP at 51. Alright, I'm going to put mine at 52.
I thought you were logging into Apex to go ahead and buy another account.
I was about to. Do you want NQ? You're about to blow a whole bunch of accounts up today, Lewis. Man, this guy's not speaking, is he? Just making sure I'm not missing it. We have Associated Press up right now, so... Oh! Son of a bitch, is he speaking already? And this is just a dumb stream? I'll be pissed. No. It's the same one. Man, Blue Live and Resistance, though. Look at that, just dancing at it. Bands will make her dance. My fellow Americans. VIX is looking like it's getting ready for a nice pop. What are we thinking, Cowboy? What are you doing? You over there making money on your fundeds?
No, I'm not trading at all right now. I was trying to get some stuff copied and moved over.
Uh-oh. The short is shorting. Papa Powell's late and everybody's getting nervous. Guitar guy, guess I'm going to head out. Don't like this price action today, buddy. You're going to miss it. But if you leave, you're going to miss it. I agree. I mean, they could just, on the 5-minute,
Yeah,
it is setting up for a really nice, oh my God. Setting up for really nice W-shaped recovery, right? Really nice W-shaped recovery. So we'll see. We did a drop and have been ranging for a while. I'm going to sit on my hands and see what happens, says Marcos. Oh, here he comes. Here comes the man. Papa Powell.
It is my great pleasure to introduce the chair of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, Jerome Powell.
Jerome Powell. Let me know volume, guys. You want this louder? You want it softer?
Chair Powell's path to the pinnacle of economic policy was not paved with mathematical modeling,
Marco's golfing, so he can't have his account be read.
but rather
That's funny.
with a deep study of institutions and laws. Raised in Washington, D.C., he attended Princeton University, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts
All right, one stack, Zach.
in
See?
1975. He then attended Georgetown University Law Center. While earning his law degree, he also served
Let me know if you guys need it louder than that.
editor-in-chief of the Georgetown Law Journal, one of the world's most influential and prestigious legal publications. He then started a career of extraordinary impact and breadth. He distinguished himself first in the private sector, working in investment banking and private equity, notably as a partner at the Carlyle Group, while
Oh, shit.
for public service. He served with distinction as Assistant Secretary and then Undersecretary of the Treasury under President George H.W. Bush.
So
In 2012, he returned to public service as chair in 2018 by President Donald Trump, and then his renomination to serve as chair by President Joe Biden in 2021
Thanks, Dexy.
stand as testaments to his bipartisanship. Chair Powell approaches economic stewardship with a philosophy grounded in empirical evidence, institutional humility, collaboration, and public service. Like the greatest Fed chairs in our history, Paul Volcker, Ben Bernanke, Chair Powell advances the interests
Oh,
of
we're
our
up 50
nation
points in the
and
short
does
so far.
sometimes at great personal cost. We are immensely privileged to have him share his insights today. Please join me in warmly welcoming the chair of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, Jerome Powell.
Come on, guys. Let him hear you. Let him hear you. Woo!
I don't know, Greg. When they started clapping, it went up.
Oh, no. I started clapping. It went up.
So I'd like to start at the beginning of your career. You studied politics and then law, and then eventually pivoted from that to public service. Were you thinking about public service and economic policy making at the start, or did all of that come as a surprise later? And how did you decide to make the pivot when you were in the middle of your career?
Let me start by saying, David, thank you so much for having me, and thanks to all of you for being here today. It's great to be here. I've been looking forward to this. Yeah, so I took macro and micro my freshman year, and it wasn't as interesting to me at that age than some other things, so I wound up majoring in politics, actually specializing in
This is an interview. I'm not sure this is going to move the markets any. Yeah, man, I wasn't expecting it to be like that. You're right. This is just a fluff piece. So we might just be falling then.
Because that's what I was really working on
You,
mostly.
well,
But I
who knows? We could still
finally,
W-shape
figured out
recovery,
what I wanted
obviously.
to do. And
On the
when I
5-minute.
graduated from college, I really had no plan. but I
That
did
does
have
look kind of fun.
And that is to have a career in the private sector, but also to do public service intermittently. And I was thinking about people like George Shultz, who was famous, had many economic jobs, and others who had done those sorts of things. And I grew up in Washington, D.C. My parents were not. My dad had fought in World War II, and he had been a U.S. attorney, but they weren't people who were terribly plugged in politically. I was very interested, though, in those years in public policy and in trying to create a life that was partly private sector and partly public sector, and amazingly enough, that's kind of what happened.
So now, jumping right to the present, we talk about the Fed as a unitary entity, but of course, the Fed is led by the Federal Open Market Committee. There are 12 voting members. You, despite being chair, only have one vote. And in normal times, there's a lot of consensus. Everyone's in agreement. Lately, there's been some disagreement. There's been votes to keep interest rates the same, but some members of the FOMC have decided instead to vote to decrease interest rates. How does the disagreement on the FOMC make your job harder as you describe the path of economic policy going forward?
You know, I don't think of it as making my job harder. I think it's, and I've found throughout my career that when you have a really difficult problem, it helps to hear from all sides. And in a way, for example, when I was a private equity investor and I was looking at supporting a transaction that I wanted.
Have y'all ever cooked a demo account? Guitar guy asks. It can be done. That's super funny, man. Yeah, dude, I did that before, especially when I first got it, you know? Like, you know, started with the 50K and you went all the way down to like $1,000 and you're like, what the fuck? You know, like you're YOLOing 50 minis and stuff like that, just seeing if you can make it back and it's not working.
I like to do that. I used to like to do that with my Top Step accounts. Whenever you'd blow it, you could still trade it the whole time. And so yeah, I would get it like negative 20 grand. You know, if you lose 70,000, you know.
That's funny.
One time though, I got it. Me and H-Town, we were messing with it, and I think I got one over like 150,000.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, stopped out.
I think a situation like the present situation where, you know, there's.
Yeah, Charles, I think this is just an interview. It surprised me as well. I thought it was a little bit more substantial.
Suggest maybe don't keep rates low. You've got tension between the two objectives, and I think to try to expect unanimity at a time like that, where it's really quite historically challenging, it would almost be misleading to be really confident in which way that should go. In fact, it's been said that confidence is what you feel before you really understand the problem.
Let's turn to the Fed's balance sheet. In 2008, 2009, that great financial crisis, there was a massive expansion in the Fed's balance sheet. And then again in 2020, under your leadership, there was a second.
So what do you think about up or down? I'm still thinking down, yeah, as it freaking goes down. Shoot, man. Should have stayed in it.
The balance sheet has since come down a bit, but it still sits at over $6 trillion.
Another new session low.
So I'd like to hear your
290s.
how efficacious this vast.
How efficacious. How do you like that name? How efficacious a word.
2020 episode, and also hear your reaction to the critics who say that the Fed has become too big a player in the bond market.
Oh yeah, she's still sinking, bud. Shoot, should have held it. Should have held it. Look at that, we got a nice little empty pocket here down to the 200s. Got 5 seconds left of this candle.
We're struggling with from about 2008 to 2022, let's say, in central banking everywhere in the world, is once you cut interest rates to zero, do you have anything else you can do? Let's say you cut interest rates to zero and the economy is still clearly not flourishing and it wants more support.
Lewis.
So, well, we're done. We're out of ideas here. And there were two ideas that
269.
Global financial crisis, one of which was to buy assets, longer-term assets, and what you're doing there is you're buying longer-term government-guaranteed securities, which would hold down longer-term rates, and that should stimulate the economy. Or also forward guidance, which would tend to hold down forward rates as well, or just rates generally. So we did
close enough to Lewis. 270s.
In the first instance, they were both efforts were successful at restoring market function and at restoring financial stability. At the beginning of the global financial crisis and the pandemic, we had massive problems of market function. They were solved. I think the question, getting to your question, David, of the macroeconomic effects is a much less certain question. I don't think there is an accepted answer, but I would just say there's an oceanic quantity of research on this, and overall it tends to find
Zero Dawn wants to see 23,189.
Does lower interest rates and does
Well,
some support for
we got two of you guys going short, so now I got to go twice as hard. 2 micros.
But it's hard to quantify it. I think, you know, they're in different.
You got to remember though, Zero Dawn was in at 490, so he's got a little bit of cushion.
The other side of it
Oh yeah.
is,
Oh yeah.
you know,
True.
It's thought by the critics to risk all kinds of other things. So, for example, you could buy too much of the Treasury market and it would stop functioning well. We have not seen that here. At the very beginning, there was the thought that it would be inflationary. We have not seen that, or that it would threaten financial stability or even create inequality. So we haven't really seen the downside risks. At the same time, the last thing I'll say is, I remember before I took over as chair thinking, I'll almost certainly never have to do quantitative easing. So what's that expression? Man plans and God laughs, something like that. So it just, the pandemic came around and we needed to do.
There's our 269s.
In a big hurry, and we did. So far, no Treasury Department has ever said, stop doing that. You're supporting the economy too much. Maybe that'll happen someday, but it hasn't happened yet.
So let's talk about the dynamics of inflation since the spike in 2022. Inflation has been coming down since then, but it's still...
I re-entered short at 390, says Zero Dawn. Yeah, we were trying for low of day, says Marco. Guitar Guy, I don't know about y'all, but I'm making fake money on this short. Charles Gregor, you are the only one that knows what's going on. Are we going down to Asia lows? We already hit Asia lows, sir. Asia lows, we're at 325, right? Friday's low was 235.
Or are you concerned that the last mile will prove very difficult?
So we will reach, the FOMC is and will continue to be committed to getting inflation back to 2% on a sustained basis. That's the place to start. So I feel
Man,
like
it does seem like we want to just keep kind of dropping though. I mean, like look at all this 320 or 220s, right? Look at all this volume, this massive shelf we have here at the 220s. So there's got to be good liquidity.
2022, 100% essentially of economists were forecasting a recession. We didn't have one. Actually, we had 23 and 24 were both very
Charles is saying 93 is Asia lows. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess
higher rates had some
on my 1 hour, I just have a whatever this indicator is. You know, the rust color is high, low, and then low, high for me. But I don't know what time it actually tracks for that, for it to be its Asian or, you know.
You had the employment market, you still had the labor market at essentially full employment. So I would call that a soft landing. We had it there. Then since then, we've had to face a much smaller source of inflation, which is the tariff inflation is visible, and we think it's really just a one-time price increase.
Ooh, little spike.
Right now, we think it's adding somewhere between a half and a full percentage point to inflation. But that's a much smaller thing than we saw during the pandemic inflation. And, and of course now we're facing events in the Middle East which will certainly affect gas prices, and we feel like our policy is in a good place for us to wait and see how that turns out.
They love that wait and see.
Current crisis in the Middle East and the effect on energy prices. Indeed,
Patrick just made $1 billion on Papa Powell saying wait and see.
where we asked, how would you advise the Fed to respond to the rising price of oil? And we teach that when there's a demand shock,
Hey, Sod, what's up, bud?
set of recommendations that emerge
Good
from the
morning,
Fed.
sir.
Thought?
When there's a supply shock, like this energy price shock, there's trade-offs that the Fed has to juggle. How do you make those trade-offs in general, and how do you make those trade-offs in this particular instance? And can you help everyone with their piece of...
Well, maybe they should tell me.
Maybe they should tell me, says Powell.
So you start with what you said. Our tools work on demand. Higher rates will tend to moderate demand. Lower rates will tend to stimulate demand. And when you have a supply shock, our tool doesn't have meaningful shorter-term effects on supply. So,
Ooh, look at that.
when you have a supply shock,
Uh-oh.
the first question is, do you respond to it? And the classic question has been around energy, just in general, not really speaking about the current situation, although I'll get to that, I guess. But, energy shocks have tended to come and go pretty quickly. Monetary policy works with long and variable lags, famously. And so by the time the effects of a tightening in monetary policy take effect, the oil price shock is probably long gone.
So I did have a good weekend, man. It was so I don't want to screw up the stream too much here, but yeah, it was my 8-year-old, now 8-year-old's birthday. His actual birthday was literally yesterday, so
You have to
we set up the backyard with a bunch of Nerf stuff. You know, like we rented out these huge inflatable, kind of like paintball style inflatables and stuff. Thank you, market maker, says Zero Dawn. Zero, are you still short, bud? Are you still short, sir?
It's just higher, and that can happen. So you monitor that very, very carefully.
I mean, this is working out for a nice short right here. Maybe if it'll flush this 50s.
Mindful of the whole broader
Yeah.
context. And the broader context is we're still, we've been coming.
I was just sick to my stomach. I caught that sucker at 270, rode it up to 285. Thought I was a hero. Got out.
Dang.
That next candle was the rocket.
Yeah. Shoot, man, you gotta say these things, even if you're doing it on your funded. Let us kind of know like an idea of what you're thinking of, because if you're long, man, the last thing I want to do, if you're long in a funded, I don't want to be short, you know, on my screen.
Well, that was the 80. You know, it popped back up over the 80, so I felt good about it. And then I trailed it. It kind of came back down. But we had
Yeah.
that nice hammer candle as a turnaround point.
Yeah.
With respect to monetary policy.
Yeah, the second it
We've
wicks me
also
out.
been collaborative with administrations with respect to financial regulation. So, under President Biden, you collaborated in a program of increasing regulation. Under President Trump, you've worked together to reduce regulation. So, on the one hand, we've got an independent Fed with respect to monetary policy. And on the other hand, we have a collaborative Fed with respect to financial regulation. I don't think there's a tension there, but can you explain to us the two different approaches and how you understand them?
Yes, so start with monetary policy. I think there's pretty broad consensus in both political parties on both sides of Capitol Hill. And our oversight, by the way, is Congress, not the administration. But pretty broad agreement that on monetary policy, the Fed needs to be
This may be a little
politically
inversion. Let's see what
independent,
happens
not
up here.
reactive to political things at all. We just need to do our job and stick to our knitting. Regulation is a little bit different, especially since Dodd-Frank, where the Dodd-Frank Act created something called the Vice Chair for Supervision, who has a specific statutory assignment, which is to oversee all of supervision and also set the agenda for regulation. So the Vice Chair for Supervision, if she wants to propose a change in, for example, the Basel III Accords as implemented in the United States, she has to bring that to the Board of Governors, which is the 7 governors, and vote for it. But she has full control over supervision. So, as chair, the whole idea is to be non-political and not, never working for or against any political party or individual, or never even considering things like that. So, I think the way the law works is the chair should allow the Vice Chair for Supervision to carry out the role that Congress has assigned to that person by statute. And that's what that is. So you'll see, and the two parties really have a big difference on regulation now. So I like to think that the chair should always be someone who is working without regard to political, and should be therefore a person who can be reappointed by either side. That's always been the case. Has been, Ben Bernanke was reappointed, I was reappointed. And I think it's a good test of the Fed's nonpartisanship that your appeal is really bipartisan. I think that's a critical thing. So if I were to try to impose my personal views on regulation, that really wouldn't work. So I think there's I don't want to say deference, but any chair needs to let the Vice Chair for Supervision take the lead on those issues.
I had more contracts, says Zero Dawn. He's going heavy in the short. So what would your stop be then, sir? Do you have your stop at like the 390s?
There were many efforts made in the years afterwards to tighten the bolts and create a safer financial system, less prone to these kinds of cataclysmic events. But today we look out at the world and we see lots of threats, both inside the formal banking system that you regulate and in the non-bank financial system, which is lightly or not at all regulated. So I wanted to have your thoughts on whether we're in a position of relative safety after all the Dodd-Frank and other reforms following the 2008 financial crisis, or whether the new threats actually have brought us to another period of concern. And just to illustrate with a couple examples, Inside the banking system, there's commercial real estate that has fallen in value. That affects both the banking system and non-banking financial institutions. We have the private credit market and a very active debate about its health. We have concerns about cybersecurity in the age of AI. Do you worry that another financial crisis looms out there? Of course, there's always a possibility, but is it something that's a issue of high alert, or do you feel that we're putting all the pieces in the right places?
You know, after the global financial crisis, we actually started a new division called the Division of Financial Stability, and their job is to be, you know, sort of the watchers of all financial stability issues all the time. So we're not, the old system was the crisis arrives, we get the team together and we battle the crisis. This is much more of an ongoing monitoring thing with a framework that can be checked. So I would say after the global financial crisis, which happened when you all were extremely young, between Dodd-Frank and the Basel agreements, we pretty dramatically raised the amount of capital and liquidity that the largest firms and other banks have. And I think that's been a good thing. I think they're also much sort of more transparent and more aware of their risks and that kind of thing. So I think we've significantly hardened the system against the kinds of things that happened in the global financial crisis, where you had a lot of credit losses really around mortgages. And so that kind of a situation, we've got well-capitalized large banks. But that's just one part of the financial system. The capital markets, the U.S. has by far the largest capital market sector relative to the banking sector. Other countries still have a much bigger banking sector relative to their capital markets. And, you know, that's going to be less well regulated, and that's a good thing. You want it to be the place where biotech companies can do IPOs, and they may or may not succeed, but they can get capital out of that market. And you know you're taking a lot of risk, but great things happen because people put money into biotech. So we've done some hardening of that, but we shouldn't be trying to regulate risk out of existence. So I think we did fix some of the things that broke in the global financial crisis and the pandemic. We did address. The real thing, though, is the economy. The financial sector is just always evolving rapidly, and I think the vigilance is what you need. You just need to always know that there's another.
In this trade for forever, I don't know.
And so I think in particular,
right?
we've had all kinds of financial.
And you're in at the right
crises,
spot.
We've never really had a successful cyber attack on a large financial utility, let's say, or financial institution, and that would be quite a different thing. You know, if people are going to lose money in a certain part of the economy, we have a hugely resilient financial system now. It's more, let me say this, it's more about resilience than it is about avoiding crises. One of our former people that used to say that we're in the levee building business, not the hurricane prevention business, right? So there are going to be hurricanes, and they're going to come, and you just have to assume you won't know what direction or what the nature of it will be. So you want highly resilient financial system, and we do have that. But again, nobody who's in that business will ever give you a green light. They'll always say, here, these are the risks, and we got to monitor. You mentioned private credit. So private credit is something that as you guys are probably following. It's a relatively small part of a very
Three
large
cons.
asset.
My average 23,385 says Zero Dawn.
Coming for you, Zero Dawn.
Oh man, it's getting close.
For looking for things that might lead to greater contagion or
Well, it
greater
took
losses
profit at
or connections to the
300,
banking system. And you know, we're going to do that. You're not going to hear people say, "Oh, there's no problem here," because that's a jinx. But nonetheless, it's something that we're following very carefully.
What is one of your biggest regrets in your?
And this could be a pretty good rejection point right here.
This is what
Other
I'm
than that, we got
hoping.
the 80s. And if we can push to the 80s, then we might as well hit 395 and reject it to 200.
I think it's really important that
But this
in
looks
my
like a pretty
job,
good
I'm
rejection.
focused on the windshield and not the rear view mirror, and so I don't. I'm tempted to say regrets. I've had a few, but then again, not so many, or whatever the line is from that Frank Sinatra song. So I just think I'll have plenty of time for that after I'm out of this role. But honestly, you just have to keep looking at the next thing. You can't be berating yourself for the mistakes that you made. You're going to make mistakes, and you're going to learn from them. Take it from an expert. I've made plenty, but I don't focus on regrets and things like that. You know, my overall, in terms of what I'm proud of, I'm more than happy to talk about that.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's go deep there. Basically, I'll just say it's an incredible honor to do public service, as many of you will find out at some point in your life. I always wanted to do some of it. I saw these people around Washington who were well-known public servants like George Shultz. I would think that looks like a really interesting thing to do. It's different, you know, in the private sector. I love my years in the private sector, but there really is a feeling of what you're doing is ideally helping all Americans and that kind of thing. It's a great honor to serve the public, and particularly in a job like this. So that is the main thing I'm proud of is, you know, 14 years at the Fed and 8.5 of them as chair. I'll always be proud of that.
And I'm very grateful to you for your service to our country. Thank you. So if you were willing to share publicly some advice that you would give to the next Fed chair, we'd love to hear it.
So
5 minute 50 EMA might be
you will
rejection
learn
point.
when your children are grown up
400.
and they have their own children is never volunteer advice. Only give advice when asked. So, and I will not.
Woo! Look at that friggin' spike. How do you like that, guys? Uh-oh.
A couple things about the Fed. It is very, very important to stick to your knitting and to stick to the things that were actually assigned. And there's always a temptation to want to move into other areas. And I think we have very powerful tools. They're supposed to be for maximum employment and price stability and financial stability. There's always a time when an administration looks and says, it would be good to use that tool for something else. What if we were just to and call that that's part of the mandate? It happens all the time, and we just have to be in a situation where we're not trying to work against any politician or any administration, but we have to be careful to stick to what we're doing. The other thing is, I'll just note that, you know, the Fed's not a perfect institution. Don't look for perfection. What we do is very challenging and highly uncertain, but it's a great American institution, and I'm very proud to work with the people I work with. They're extraordinary right across the board, an incredible group of people, and I'll just close by saying it's very hard to build great democratic institutions and much easier to bring them down.
So, though you were uncomfortable giving unsolicited advice to your successor, I know that the students in this room would love to hear your advice. They've asked me for my advice and asked me what you would advise them. So they're entering into an uncertain time, an economy where new job formation is lower for many reasons. In particular, jobs that were plentiful a couple of years ago for students coming out of college are no longer so. And AI sits as this remarkable technological transformation that is both promising and existentially threatening. So if you're advising the 600 students that sit here today, what would you suggest they think about as they embark on both academic and then ultimately professional careers?
Let me start by saying that I'm well aware, and my colleagues too are well aware of the current situation for students coming out. It's a time of very low job creation, and also you have AI going on. You've got the effects.
Well, shoot, guys. Fuck me.
Significant changes in immigration policy, which have brought down both
Damn
demand
it,
and
man.
supply of workers.
What are we
Unemployment rate
thinking?
is really low, but that doesn't
Here's the
help you
400s. Just got to get out, huh?
coming into
Fuck
that
me.
kind of market. So it's a time when the business. I mean, there's a business cycle, right? And you're coming out in the business cycle at a time when getting hired is a little bit challenging. There's also probably something more longer term, more secular that's happening and around technology and AI. So yes, it is a challenging time. But I'll say a couple things. One just is that the U.S. economy, compared to other major open economies and big market-based economies around the world, is just incredibly dynamic and productive. Since World War II, U.S. Compared to other, again, large mature economies, our productivity has grown at like twice the speed, for example, in Europe, and higher productivity is the way,
No.
compensation and earnings can grow over time. So it's an incredibly flexible and dynamic economy.
Damn it.
It reinvents itself. Technology, it always comes.
What a
with
frustrating day today is, man.
So just be optimistic about the medium and longer term. I'm very optimistic about the medium and longer term. The other thing is, my observation is that these large language models make people much more productive. I feel like it's making me more productive because I can learn things really quickly. And I talk to my son and others who are out there in the world, and I think if you use it well, it's making you more productive. So I think you're in a situation where you need to invest the time to really master the use of these new technologies, and that should stand you in good stead. But there's no denying it's a challenging time to enter the labor market, but it may take some patience and all that. But in the longer term, this economy is going to give you great opportunities, and just be a little optimistic about that.
When you talk about the longer term, are you talking about 10 years, 20 years, 40 years? Are you worried that there'll be wind at our back as we use these tools over the next decade?
Oh, fuck.
At some horizon, let's say 40 years, there'll be substitution rather than complementarity?
It's so hard to say. I mean, a lot of people, you talk to business people, are talking about, the sort of the next few years being big years for AI to come in, but they're mostly talking about existing,
I don't know.
middle management,
Fuck me.
back office jobs, and things like that. I don't think it shouldn't have those kinds of effects on people who can use AI well and that kind of thing. I don't know, but so certainly the next few years look like whatever the effects are, we'll start to feel them, because major U.S. companies, and we talk to a lot of those people who run those companies, and they're all looking at what they can do, and the truth is they can take out a lot of jobs that can be automated by a very smart large language model. They just can, and they will, because their competitors are doing it, and they can't afford to have higher costs than their competitors. What's that going to mean for you? It may not mean that much. It depends on what you're going to wind up doing. You may stay in school a little bit, and you may do something that is, it's going to create new jobs too over time. And again, it makes people more productive. I did talk to a CEO in tech world who said the marginal benefit of a new employee in this world is actually very high. Now, that's not what you hear all the time. So I don't know. I mean, if you look back through history, to generalize, this has been going on for a couple hundred years. Since the loom was invented, right? And put all
Since the loom was invented.
business, but so
Homie's going back to loom years.
it has wound up raising productivity and raising.
Oh, well, not a great trade, but we took that wick after we lost
Producing people who can
going the other way, and we got everything
to
back.
benefit from that technology.
We're back up $15 on this.
That will be the case here. But
Yeah, man, a crazy, wild friggin' day.
And this may be one of those, but nonetheless, I would just say it's out there, and it's out there to be done. And I would be medium and longer term very optimistic about this economy compared to any other economy.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We're now going to open it up to your questions. So
I think this is going to be a pretty nice drop right here, right? Because that huge wick we had, I mean, it just sat there. Had that 20-point pop.
in the balcony. Why don't we start
Look
with
at that. Nice short.
Jason? Do you have a question?
I think I have a question.
Okay,
if
great,
that's okay.
fantastic. We're gonna let Jason ask the first question.
So, Chair Powell, when you're making decisions at the Fed, I'm curious, how much are you relying on very specific economic models? The Fed has its own big
Goddamn.
model, Furbis. How much are you relying on information you get from talking to people out in the real world, to businesses, your own intuition and experience?
Dude, that's bananas, man. Yeah, I was down $1,200.
About these decisions.
I went from being down $1,200 to being up $26 on the day.
It's really all of
We're back in it, Cat.
we have to start with the perimeter. We observe
Oh,
are in touch. They're in all 50 states, right? 12 reserve banks, and they bring
Look at Isaiah. Everybody was just ignoring. Like, Isaiah, we were locked in, man. We were locked in, bud. I was down $1,200. Now I'm back up $26. We were locked in. You catch that 200-point short this morning? We did not, sir. We were long. We were long for that 200-point short.
We caught it all right.
Yeah, we caught it all right. He goes, we caught it all right. Oh my God, dude! What a Jesus! Wow. All right. Well, that sucks. I'm not going to hurt that brother with it.
Yeah, not just to buy a stick, a martial arts stick.
Heck yeah, Zero Dawn. Come on down.
Nunchucks. Dog, why did you do longs?
Because, Isaiah, because we don't know what the market's going to do, Isaiah. Because we don't have a magic 8-ball that works all the time. That's why.
Yeah, man, I don't even, yeah, I mean.
And we get more views when we blow up accounts than we do when we
Exactly. And it's one of those things that it makes sense, you know. We got a nice quick wick, made sense. Then we had support points, so it made sense to add the support points, and then support points just didn't hold. It is what it is.
Thank you. Okay, so David, why don't you pick the first hand, and then Jason, you'll get the second hand.
Man, what a friggin' dump, though, from the top. I almost got out, too. I almost stinking got out. I'd have been so pissed. I'd have been so
yeah, for real.
Yeah, but again, Mona said don't get in.
How do you work with situations where, like, the decision might be very tight and, like...
I mean, it's not real, bud. That's fake.
Yeah, it is.
It's fake.
It's real.
I'm telling you right now, it's fake.
It might be very tight in those very tight decisions. Like, how do you make...
Oh, well, it doesn't work as well as it's pretend like it
I'm
works.
one of 12 voters. So there's an FOMC cycle is about.
I could buy it. I have
Yeah, baby, I know.
$44
We
that
don't
I
need you
can-
to get dangerous weapons in this house.
Hey.
I told you guys the rejection area of those 50 EMAs. Yeah, Zero Dawn, you kept me in it, bud. And we were hitting like the 200 on the 5, and everything was looking good.
Have been working on. If we're doing anything in particular, we always have like a special topic. So a lot of work is.
I mean, honestly, the shorts still might be looking good too. If we bunk our heads back off like this 375, we go back to the bottom of the board.
But yeah, Isaiah, we entered like at 420 to go long. It kind of bounced. It looked pretty decent. We got a huge drop. We added into it pretty heavy at like 380. If you look back to the left, that was super nice support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times the farther you go back. So we added into it. It popped up. We were up pretty decent. We sold a few off, and then it just dumped again, and we added back into it. Finally got stopped out at like 340 maybe when it broke that bottom, 345. Finally just stopped. It hit 300 and bounced. That's my run back.
Look at this. Stop what you're doing. What is little Greg trying to buy? Man, it was just like a ninja stick, in all honesty, but it's just an Amazon piece of shit. It was only $11, so it's not something that would really work out. But the videos were really cool. It's only like this long, and you click it really quick, and all of a sudden it extends out to like 4 feet long, and then they were swinging around like a ninja thing and beating the shit out of each other and stuff like that. So he's like, I need this. And literally, I mean, he's just going to beat up his brother with it. What danger? I'm in at 420 with 2 cons on each TPT. 420 for it to go down. Once it dropped, there was no liquidity. It just kept going, says Isaiah. So you saw the liquidity grab and said, let me fade the market. I mean... The only thing I guess I will, looking at hindsight, looking at the 5 minute, I mean, I guess we were bumping our heads on that rejection line quite a bit. I don't know. I guess to see what you're saying, you know. We talked about it when it happened too, that we had wicked into the bottom side of Friday's orb. It is what it is.
We're looking for connections to the banking system and things that might you know,
Man, never short a VWAP, but it definitely looks like she wants to keep going.
right now, what we see is
Tell him I will donate to the toy fund. Sounds too good. I know, literally, man. We just had the Nerf war here, man. So one of the
There it is,
Nerf guns that
320.
his buddy got him, and it shoots like micro darts. They're teeny tiny. Man, this thing blasts. I had him shoot me one time in the back just to see, you know, what it would do. And it actually left a welt, you know. It was like a paintball welt, man. It was good, like,
Remember to share your name when you begin your question. Great.
Zero Dawn getting them 320s.
Hi, my name is Cody. Thank you so
Isaiah, nah, I'm not going to hate. I shorted this morning because I thought I was going to trade back up. Wanted to catch the retrace, but I got out when I expected long as well, and that did not happen. Yeah, there was a time when I was thinking, nah, I should get out of this thing, but,
if you're competing with, let's say
you know,
China or other powerful
then we
countries,
decided not to.
cut interest
Yeah, I
rates
mean,
or
I
do
passed the
things
lucid eval this morning when market opened just on that pump. So
Damn.
just I got long bias, you know,
Yeah.
you know, what we serve the American
and
public.
especially when it hit the 200, right? We thought, okay, definitely gonna have a bounce
What is
to
best for them?
200,
How do we achieve
and it
maximum
did, but it
price
just wasn't long enough to
Yeah.
make us
sustainable
feel good.
basis? That's what we're always asking. We do, you know, meet with, you know,
In the UK, you used to be able to buy Hulk hand foam gloves. Oh, yeah, dude. We had the big, giant Hulk hands. It was kind of nasty,
Yeah.
though, because, you know, like, those things got so sweaty, and kids' hands are nasty and shit like that. So if you went over to your buddy's house and you put your hands in his Hulk hands, you never knew what was about to be in that little pocket.
things like that. But we're never
Those things were brutal. Yeah, man.
get on the turf of
Get you go to the back garden and go hell for leather. Yeah, dude. Especially because it had like a plastic, you know, a plastic handle you held that kind of held the foam and stuff. So once the foam started getting beat up too much, that plastic handle would start popping out either the top or the bottom, and that could catch you sometimes.
from just chasing these two goals and let's
Yeah, dude, with the plastic that used to break. Exactly, dude. Exactly. You catch one on your cheek. Ugh.
try to stick to that.
What is that from? Is that from the Hulk hands? Is it? No, it's from a stick, Mom. It was just a stick. I just tripped. It wasn't from the hands.
And thank you so much for coming. We're all very honored.
Down here to the 300, still stinking sinking. I should have held that short. Made $26 on my short that I was down 1,200 on. I see where we got mixed up. The overall market for past weeks has been bearish. Last night it started bullish and confused us for the overall real market structure. Yes, sir.
And I think a lot of that comes down to the trust between the public and the central bank. And the central bank is known to be much more.
Yeah, I did.
But I think
Wyatt liked it
especially
too.
with the rise of
You heard him?
populism
He's like, I can't wait to sleep with you. What is that?
You know, it came with my
impact of like
eye cover thing.
Oh, did you?
between
That's clever.
cooperation between the Fed chair position and the administration. And I wanted to ask you, how do you still keep the public's trust this way?
Yeah, that's super
By
cool.
sticking to our jobs and doing them well. Ultimately, if we deliver the maximum employment and price stability, or at least
Super
are
cool
seen to
snake.
be doing
Yeah, look at the
everything
size of this thing.
possibly
Oh,
can
yeah.
Huge snake.
various shocks and multiple supply shocks in recent years, the public keeps its faith in us. And if you look, we look at things like longer term inflation expectations, and you'll see that they've remained pretty well anchored right through all of this. So if you really
Getting a
think
bounce here at the
inflation's gonna be higher,
280s.
you can make some money betting against that, but people don't do that. The people who are putting their money to work in the financial markets, not to give too much credit to that, but that's it. If we stick to our knitting and we do our jobs, we stay out of politics, stay out of the hot political issues of the day, and just do your job and keep your head down. I think I see this through my dealings with elected people. If they get the sense that you're not there to deliver talking points, you're there to listen to them, and you're really somebody who's committed to doing your job and sticking just to that job, and that's all you want, and you're not going to get into politics. That's what we need to do. And I think generally, I think we are accepted in that spirit in Washington, and I think generally around the country as well. Jason.
Remember to tell us your name.
Thank you, Chair Powell, for being here. My name is Jake. As you know, your term ends in May, and
Powell is boring. Powell is boring today, man. He's not saying anything. It's literally just a weird interview. This is kind of useless too. Do you guys even want to keep listening to this or not? I can turn it off.
to maintain
He looks like someone who wears plaid pajamas to bed. You know he does. You know he does. And him and his wife, you know, they have matching single beds, matching single mattresses. They're not actually pushed together.
Yes, yeah.
They just push them together, you know, once a year on his birthday.
Is that a Red Sox jersey, by the way?
I called on him.
Yeah, okay. I know this must be Red Sox country.
So we're gonna go to the
Look at Powell making some jokes. Man, we held that 280s pretty well, huh?
Yeah, we still got that 9 coming down pretty hard, but
Hi, my name is Eamon Candido. So
With their names over the headboards, yeah, bud. Sleeping socks. He's got his sleeping socks.
take it apart. So my question was, what's the thing you currently believe about the economy that you're least confident in?
Interesting question. I'm not going to give you a particular individual thing at the moment, but I will say that I would say this, and of course this is self-serving to an extent, but having worked in the private economy for most of my career, I don't have any predisposition to believe that models can really capture it. Because so much of it is animal
Trying to form a bull flag on the 5 minute for everything.
And also, it's again, I go back to the weather. Will we ever be able to predict the weather with any precision three months ahead, other than seasons? So the economy, no one has been able to really successfully predict the economy. So I think the temptation is always to place too much sort of stock in in models or in one particular outlook. The other thing is, which is a big takeaway, is you know about fat tails, right? So
You know about fat tails. What you know about them fat tails?
distribution, and the tails are what they are.
I don't trust the longs here as I was about to punch long. Thank you, Marco.
They're fatter than that.
No, they're so smelly.
For the economies at any given
Yeah, they
Mark,
smell so bad.
Long did work.
Yes, it
You had to
does.
be in way
Her
down at
ferret
the
smells
bottom.
so bad. She had to put it outside. It lives in its own cage outside.
She said when it was
She's lying.
the two of them.
She's lying.
I'm not getting the ferrets.
Okay, good.
we had inflation
But she
below
said when it
target.
was the two of them inside it, it
People,
smelled.
pretty
But
much the
just the one
profession
of them
had
didn't.
She's lying.
the big problem. The whole profession was
Yeah,
trying to
she's
solve
always trying to get rid of her pets. She'll keep pets for like 2-3 years, then she tries to get rid of them because she doesn't like them anymore.
It's probably gonna die within the next year.
suddenly you
Yeah,
have
it's not gonna die at our house.
high inflation. So it's hard to keep your mind
That is
open
cute.
to
Honestly,
just how
I don't know. I just see like you can get like real leather saddles for them too.
down here, yes.
Have you ever seen that before, bud? A saddle
what?
on a ferret.
So that's one of the things.
Oh yeah.
It's the fucking cutest thing ever. They're just like horsing around with those saddles.
One of the things I put on Wyatt's wish
when
list.
when we were in Mexico it's probably almost a year now probably, but that guy had a lizard. He had a little saddle on it with a cowboy hat.
Oh, it's so cool, man.
What is it but that money is
A
still
duck
out there.
carrying
So if
bag.
rates come down,
Where you put the duck in the bag and its little legs hang out and its head's there and you carry it on your shoulder so he can
Oh,
carry Daisy around if you wanted to.
Jeez, man. Go look at the drop again. We see a manipulation from 380. That's an immediate shoot up to 580. Looking back, that's the manipulation in the big dump. There was a SMT SP 500 didn't make the high.
What time are you gonna be home?
I don't know.
Are you home for dinner
Usual times. I don't
or
know.
7:30?
Maybe.
Okie dokie.
Daddy, do you have to go to work tomorrow?
Yeah, Bob. We're just trying to get this thing ready.
Hey boys.
Let's talk about that later.
Do I still have to do school today?
Sorry, the first question was
Expansion to the money supply.
yeah, no. So I think monetary quantities are a very challenging way to try to think about.
Writing, if you want to, like, I threw out the writing one. If you're writing, we're going to write sentences.
Profession thought that monetary
Come on,
quantities
Mars.
and inflation were tightly linked.
Let's
Of course,
go, brother
in an
boy.
abstract way or in a simple model, it makes sense that you don't increase the amount of goods and you double the amount of money, the price has to go up. There has been relatively little correlation, and my story of the pandemic inflation would not be about monetary quantities mainly. I'm not saying it might not have played a role. It was more, you did have a lot of stimulus.
New month coming up, new Greg.
At the same time,
New month, new Greg. New year, new me. New month, new
This is
Greg.
gonna be the funded Greg.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
buddy.
the funded Greg.
Shoo. Especially when we go long right now. Is that what we're about to do? We're about to go long?
But I wish we were above these EMAs. But
dude, that was
by the time
because
we're
that's
above 'em, the play
Akashi.
will be
That's
over.
Stack Z. That's Akashi better. Buddy asked Jerome in the next meeting if he's going to start with good afternoon or hello. That's because he wants to bet on it for Kashi. How funny is that? He just told Jerome he'd give him halvesies.
I wonder if Jerome, why wouldn't he just go in there and bet on them too?
Right? He should. Oh, guys, I wanted to hit that long. I wanted to do it, and then I didn't do it. Jackie, what do you want to do about the Nerf stuff? Are you going to drop that off then in your SUV or no? Did they give you a day? All right. All right. Man, still pushing. Fuck me. Oh. Just haven't had it today.
You felt it. You felt it.
I felt it. I just didn't do it. I haven't had it today.
Just like what was that tornado movie? If it feels right, chase it.
Right? Son of a bitch. Look at that. Still going up.
And the play was there too, right? Then that's why I took a little long off of 290 a while ago. But I mean, we made a higher low, so overall, we should get a pump, right? And I don't know how far this is going to go. We got to get over 365.
Right.
If we can clear 365, then maybe we have a push back up to to the 500s. I don't know. Or we have so many obstacles to get past.
Fuck me. Yeah, that would have been an easy stop too. It was only a like 15 point stop.
Yeah, I mean Stack Z's right, no direction right now. Yeah. Because we already made that. We made that nice move down. Now we had a nice V recovery. But it was a full V. We made a lower high or a higher low. I mean. So.
Which essentially everybody ignores.
Yeah.
Let me just describe the sequence of events that now follows. So first we'll thank Chair Powell. Then anyone who wants to is welcome to join us on the stage, and we'll take a group photo.
Ooh, take some photos.
Because of a tight schedule, there can't be any selfies, because if there's one selfie, there's 600 selfies. Right. So you'll need to make do with one photograph of the entire class with our esteemed guest. But before we do that, please join me in warmly thanking Chair Powell.
Yeah, I mean, really, we've been stuck in the same exact range. Basically the whole morning.
Come up on stage.
Nice.
Yeah, short for craps and giggles. I mean, this is the place to go short if it's going to work.
Yeah, look at all the volume right here. This is the just biggest volume shelf of the day.
I just want to see, to me, in my mind, we had that push up full V recovery. I want to see if this is going to be a little inversion to really get that push over the 380s.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. It is a nice pullback. I mean, I'd definitely be riding this pullback.
Nice. Isaiah went short for craps and Googles. Now, did I just accidentally do it on the S&P 500? Yes, but I'm currently up. Nice, sir. I mean, we are kind of rejecting the bottom side of orb for ES. But
I mean, this would be the wick right here that we'd want to see if it's going to continue back up. This is the little wick. We wick through this 330 area. So we want to see it push back up right here. I wish we'd have had a little bit better wick on this opening candle here. But
yeah.
that it's going to form.
— 324s. Nope. Pushing down. Damn it. Boo, 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 boo.
Order filled.
See if we can't get back up to the 400s here. Marco, the safe thing to do is not trade right now, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, 100%, right? We're in the middle of the consolidation zone. We've been in since 9:45. You know, it's almost been 2 hours of consolidate. We've had some spikes up, some spikes down, then consolidated. We're right in the middle at the moment, so I agree. I'm in a trade right now, but it's foolish. I'm only in it because of this nice little spike down really quick, so maybe we'll come back up to 358, or potentially we'll come back up to clean up the shoulder up here at 406, but it's definitely a gamble. I have to stay green on the day because I'm going golfing. It's going to be 70 and sunny. That's a nice, yeah, that's always good weather, man. That's good golfing weather. So maybe I'll hold it here. 10 points up. Let's see what kind of reaction we get. Is it going to break it? This is kind of a hard read now. You don't know if you should take it now or... Yeah, fuck.
Stop filled.
Heart wound. Alright, we're going to pee real quick. And then I got to get going. Time to start trailering that trailer for the first time.
Yeah, Marco, just perfect conversion. I didn't think it was going to drop quite that far. I was kind of looking for it to drop to the 320s, have a nice wick just like it wicked. But now we need to see it clear this and maybe push up here to the 200 to the 380s and then maybe get another pullback again. But yeah, beautiful play out. There was the perfect push, dropped 10 points right off the bat. Now we just want to see what it builds out right here, right? See if it builds up. See if we get a little wick up here. And then see how big of a pullback we're going to get.
Nice. Did I just hear Greg admit to, yeah, it's a gamble? It always is, big dog. It always is. Yeah, Isaiah, look at that. Beautiful trade, bud. Beautiful trade. Wow. Good job, guys. Love to see it. Look at that. So we are coming to clean up this friggin' shoulder here at 406. We got out early. But that's okay. Isaiah, thank you. It was an accident. It's a happy accident, my friend. Those are the good accidents to have. So here we are at the 200 EMA, though, on the 5-minute. So admittedly, I think we're going to have a quick little pop-up to clean up this wick here at 406, but that might be another good short opportunity. Or are we just building up strength now, Cowboy? You tell me.
Yeah, I mean, that 400's kind of, I mean, it's pushing straight up down from it every time it touches it. But we do look pretty strong right here. So. But I think we keep sitting here, we're going to have a little pullback. I mean, we're in the box. We're at the 200 on the 5. Here comes your shoulder.
That long you took, Greg, was great. I was just over here losing focus, said Marco. Ha! Yay! Yeah. We got one! We got one! Isaiah says, just remember, we're overall bearish. All right, let's try a short then, my friend. What's wrong with trying a short right there then? We're up 10 points on it. Just a little guy, though. This might be where it turns around, though.
I mean, that was a nice wick through the 200 on the 5, and then we got right back below it. But... We'll see how strong they are.
See if we don't tap the 440s real quick and then come down. We got a nice pivot point that ES is going to 456. NVIDIA wants to push up for a sec. EMAs are curling up real stinking nice. Isaiah, I wasn't saying trade. Stop gambling, says Isaiah. Isaiah, that wasn't a gamble, sir. That was an educated, calculated risk based on the fact that we would wick through the 200 on the 5, right? If you wick through the 200 on the 5, sometimes you take a little silly short.
Yeah.
Which I wish I had taken a larger position this short too. I also did it because we put on a wick on top of this candle. So it just kind of made sense. There was a possibility it was going to come up to the 430s first. That's why I did it late. I think a short to 370 is a good short, though, he says. Yeah. Well, now we don't have a top wick on this little guy. So now we got to be careful again. Darn, man, I'm so disappointed about that $1,000 lockout.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder how things could have gone differently today had I not gotten locked out.
Right.
Just like, unfortunately, we saw on this account, not to brag, but we were down 1,200 on this guy, and now we're up 65. So I feel like if it hadn't locked me out, I had the chance. Hey, Marco, we always appreciate you, bud. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Stay green and have a good one. Oh, and have a good golf game, man. Shoo, I haven't played golf in forever. I finally, well, as I'm saying that, I played golf one time finally in the last year, and that was like 2 weeks ago with my parents. And it was a great time. I actually got 3 pars on the first 9, which is very good for me.
Nice.
And then I was disappointed to find out we were only playing 9. I was like, wait, what?
Oh.
I was like, who only plays 9?
The game of my life.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like, we can't play more? You guys are done?
Kind of like the guy that calls and asks what the course record is, and he goes, "Oh, I beat that by 2 strokes," and he goes, "I've only played the front 9."
Right, right. All right, I'm just going to give a couple more minutes myself as well, because today is the very first trailer day, which I'm very excited for. I've never trucked my trailer, trailered my truck, something like that. Trucked my trailer. Yeah, finally have the truck back, got the trailer here. It's finally time to hook up the trailer, bring it to my buddy's house so we can start painting the inside. We're going to put vinyl flooring down on the inside of this trailer as well. We're going to put some nice old lights in it and then start building this thing out. It's going to be awesome.
Heck yeah.
Look at this EMA kind of curling down, then curling up. Down, then up.
Yeah, now we want to see how serious these bulls are. Yeah, Isaiah just finished. He'll finish trading for you today, Greg.
That's fine with me. I think you just let me in your account. I got you. I appreciate it, Isaiah. Listen, big dog. Make it happen. I'm counting on you, sir. Counting on you. Actually, if you go back, not to say it, but if you go back like 20 streams ago, I did show my account and password. So there you go, sleuths. Go ahead. Go ahead and find out which one it is.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of credit now. He's gonna go back and watch every stream. So you're
Dude,
gonna
could
get
you
all
imagine?
those views.
Yeah, my views just blow up. They go through the roof. I get 10,000 views on every single video because people are trying to find my account and password. Go for it. You won't blow them up like I blow them up. Man, so we don't have a top wick on this candle here, 1138, which would bring us up to the 410s. Only 15 points from here. Former nice bull flag on ES. Nice bull flag for us. I'm going to go for it because it's going to be kind of my last one soon.
Order filled.
See if we can't get a top little wickety wick here. Just a top little wickety wick, please. What time is it? 43. Ugh. Come on. Come on, you devil. Isaiah, oh, I'm 100% about to find that password, he says.
Now Greg's got to go unlist everything.
Right. Mark them all as private. Or make it for a fee, you know, like for
Yeah.
for $5 you can see the video.
Yeah, you could watch it.
Well, shoot, I was just gonna say I was kind of hoping for some type of a little push here.
Order filled.
Come on, can we get a little bit more of a push than that, though, please? Come on, clean up that shoulder. That's what we were really looking for. We were looking for a nice shoulder cleanup. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Clean up that shoulder. Oh, you devil. Just freaking do it. You're making me look silly in front of my friends.
Stop filled.
Come on. One left. One left. Target is 410, but we'll see if we can't get a little bit higher than that. It might just be a quick wick, though. Aww. Nope. Oh, you devil.
Stop filled.
Was it early in stream or nah, for real? Let me see them login deets. I'll do a couple trades for you, says Isaiah. Could you imagine? Come back, the account is up like 100 grand. I'm like, whoa, Isaiah. Nice, bud. Apex reaches out. They're like, how did this day happen? I'm like, hey, listen, squirrels finds a nut, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Made a trade, fell asleep, woke up. This is what happened. This is what it
Yeah.
is, bud. Well, we're up $100 on this account at least. That other account is a little frustrating.
Yeah, we're up $15.
15.
And we're down 1,600 on the first one we traded today. So
Fuck.
all in a day's work.
All in a day's work. I know, I'm down
I'll try
1,000.
to blow it up on my stream.
1,021. I tried to blow it up. They didn't let me. The short, they kept shorting. I say the worst that happens, I screw you out of one account. The best that happens, though, is you walk back and see a few grand. Hell yeah. Until you link that bank account to your bank account. Puts a little backdoor access. As soon as you get up to 10 fundeds, all of a sudden they're just all gone one day. Whoa!
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to get this push right here. I don't know.
Yeah, they're trying to, man. The 380s are holding. This top of the box is holding. Boom, boom, boom. This is our third time now kind of reacting against it. Yeah, we actually still never hit the 410s I was targeting, did we? Because I had gotten stopped out there. Isaiah, I didn't even think about linking my account. You're giving me good ideas, you said. Shoo. It's like, now you're coming up with the good ideas, Greg. And we can do this to how many people? Ugh. All right, one more minute to that 11:50 candle. What is she going to bring? Looking like a real nice bear flag on the 1 hour. We got a bear flag on the 1 hour. We got an ugly bull flag on the 5 minute. We have an ugly bull flag maybe forming on the 15 minute. Basically, we're still in a choppity chop range. $50, 10 seconds. Blech. See this 11:50 candle? Is she gonna do anything exciting, or just a big old boring bowl of nothing?
I mean, we finally got that closed above the 200.
Yeah, like that. All right, you talked me into it. There it is. There's that shoulder cleanup I want, though I don't like that it rejected and came down right away. That makes it a
I
little
don't
bit.
think it's been enough time there, so I don't think it's over. I mean, did it spend enough time there? I mean, that was so fast.
That was a fast wick. That's the only thing I don't like, because that was a quick wick.
Now it's been some time up here. Now it'll get that push.
There we go. There we go. Oop, I just missed it because we moved it. We're gonna move her again. Move her again. Can you catch it? Can you catch it? It's up here. It's up here now. If you want it, it's up here. It's up here. It's at the 430s now. You better hurry up. It's at 435. You're gonna miss it. It's at 440. Huh? No? Do you want it? So you got to tease it. You got to bring it a little bit closer. 426. And then you got to bring it back up again. And then you tease it, and then you bring it back up. Come on. It's only at 425. You can get it now, can't you? 428. And then you bring it back up again. Whoa, 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 whoa. You almost got it. You almost got it. Actually, it is pushing pretty good. That's pretty funny. Come on, you bastard. Come on. You're making me cry. You're making me cry. We got 10 seconds left. Still pushing. Not to say I was the best that ever done it and ever will do it, but...
Where's Miguel? Where's Miguel?
Where's
the biggest,
Miguel?
the largest.
Charles! Charles, I'm holding a trade. It's the greenest trade of my life.
Stop filled.
That was kind of fun.
Okay, I'm out.
At least it was kind of fun. Let's
Heck
see,
yeah.
Isaiah. What
Good
are you
trade.
saying now? What are you saying now? I'm currently on the hunt for the password. Your lucky chat GTP can't sing through the video for me. Your lucky chat can't skim through the video. Oh, so funny, man. If you actually find it, I'm going to die laughing. I can hear from the kitchen, says Charles. Charles, listen, bud. I made $8.50 on the trade. That was the excitement you missed. I made a whole $8.50 on that. Oh, I'm too good. Oh, you guys make me giggle. All right. I got to bring this trailer. I'm excited, man. This is going to be exciting. This is an 8.5 by 16-foot trailer. I mean, I have a 22-foot long boat, you know, so I'm used to trailering a boat, but I've never trailered, I don't know, a trailer on the highway in a truck going 75. So that'll be fun. Yeah, Charles, actually, at one point in time, I was down $1,200 today. Now I'm up $137. So not a bad afternoon.
Yeah.
I wish we could have done a little
Take
better.
that market.
Let's see. 63. Look at that. Longest winning trade, 12 minutes, Charles. Longest losing, 19. Damn. We've just been sitting in them. Sitting in them.
I remember that trade.
Right? Look at this, though. I started off a little rough. We started off a little rough. We got her back, though. If at first you can't fricassee, fry a hen. Charles holding long till we tap the 5-minute range. Yikes,
Nice,
Charles.
I was a little worried up here. I thought it was going to wick over this 36 area, 37, maybe to the 40s, and then I was going to try to short it. But since it left that a little open, I just want to see it hold these 400s.
Yeah. Sneaky devil. Oh. All right, gang. I got to get going. Well, actually, hold on. 4 more seconds. This is our 11:55 candle. Let's see if it does anything exciting. He's back in. He's back in.
You sound like Guitar Guy. Okay, I'm going. Okay, wait, guys. What just happened?
I know, right? All right. I'm gone for the rest of the day. So what do you guys want to do? Yeah, not sure we are dropping 350 points, says Lewis. Yeah, at the moment, honestly, I think the long is looking kind of good.
Yeah, that was a decent wick, and it popped back over the 21. But
yeah. Unless we want to really, retest 380s here, 379. Yeah, what a range, though. I mean, just consolidate. Now let's go back to them account details, says Isaiah. Let's talk about those sweet, juicy account details. Oh my God! Honestly, it's gonna
Greg's
be so
getting a little
funny.
worried. He's gonna go back and look and find it now.
Dude, I can't wait to log in tomorrow. I'm gonna log in tomorrow and I'm just gonna be shocked, just stunned silence. My credit card has been charged. I mean, that's the other thing, man. Think about that. Once you get in that account, all right, now I'm talking about it too much, but once you get in there, you could technically buy like $5,000 worth of accounts under the credit card that's saved and everything,
So he'll have you loaded up. You'll have all 20 accounts and everything.
Yeah, right. Fucking loaded. There's a yacht and a Lambo on the way. I just have to sign. Just have to sign my name and that's it. So here we just tap the top side of our consolidation box. That 380, lovely number. All right, Charles. We will see you tomorrow, sir.
Yeah, Charles. Thanks, guys.
So we know he has a 5K credit card limit. Nah, bro. Well, actually, unfortunately, I got my, it's the Chase Sapphire, whatever, preferred that's connected to it. So I honestly don't know what the limit is. It's probably like $50,000. So it could be a rude awakening. But Greg, you might come in tomorrow with 5 past 150Ks. That would be good. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. Oh my God. I literally just saw my entire trade of 8 and everything just went. Did one
Don't
of
worry,
you
that's
assholes.
just Isaiah. That's just Isaiah.
like all of a sudden, I just see an order fill line pop up like for 20 micros, and I'm like, whoa, or 20 minis. I'm like, what? What's going on? I just see my mouse.
And then Isaiah just says, "Oh, you're going long, Greg."
Yeah, right. The mouse just starts going crazy, clicking shit. Listen, Isaiah, as long as you keep it green, bud. But then he hijacks the channel and everything else. Tomorrow somebody logs in with like a mask on that's sitting in my chair, And they're just like, it's got like a little voice box, so it sounds robotic.
Isaiah, I can see Greg changing his password the second he gets off stream in a second.
I was just saying, feel like. So I know we were laughing and joking, but can you please actually trade my account? Here is all my credentials. Oh God. Good wick, good push up. Good wick, good push up. Are we thinking about jumping in again? No top wick on this 5-minute candle. Wick the bottom side perfectly.
Man, I just don't like how that 9 and 21's kind of getting together.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the jump in, but it kind of looks like a bear flag. But
Yeah.
the 50's kind of trying to hold it right here. So I like that shelf at 75.
Target would be 405.
I mean, I guess you could have your target. My stop loss would probably be at, I don't know, 360s.
Yeah. Well, it is dropping
Kind of like
lower
to
than.
see it wick through this 365 real fast. That would kind of be a nice buy point, but look how it touched that 21 and then now they're crossing over.
Right. Lewis, having a stream account where you nominate someone each day to make a trade. Try to get that sucker funded in a payout. Yeah, man. That would be pretty funny, actually, wouldn't it? I know. I was thinking about, like, man, I had all those ideas back in the day, and then I kind of got sidetracked with them a little bit. But, yeah, just making it almost, because I wanted to actually make money. But making it kind of like a, every single day is a new challenge. Like Cowboy and I started doing. Remember where we did one day where we could do longs only, all day longs? And then we were talking about doing it where you could only trade one account. Or, I mean, not one account. You could only trade one micro and only once. Just hit one trade. And then you have to sit in that trade the entire day until we get off stream.
Yeah.
Or another one Cowboy had that would be pretty funny as well is we always have to be in a trade. So it could only be one. It could be maybe just one contract, for example, but you have to be in a trade. So instead of exiting a trade, it always has to be an exit in reverse every single time. So, you go long.
Yeah, we just go up here to the gray button.
Exactly.
Just hit reverse and cancel.
So the entire
So that's
day.
what your gray button says.
So
the only thing you can do is hit your gray button.
Yeah. I like that one, man. That would be a fun friggin' day. That would be a fun day. Yeah, the 1 hour kind of looks crazy for a. The 1 hour is definitely forming a really nice bear flag. VIX is pushing up pretty good. ES is coming back to its 200 though, which might give it a little support. I was supposed to leave 8 minutes ago. Hmm. 12:02 now. We're going to get a new candle in a second here. This candle looks like she wants to keep pushing down, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it kind of tricked us a little bit right here. It looked really good. Now it doesn't.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering why it was holding right here. But
yeah, I mean, that I got really excited about this 11:58 candle.
I mean, what a short off the top up there, though.
Yeah, I know it, man. I mean, you think if it comes down to the 300s, we'll get a real nice bounce.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll come all the way down there, though. VIX doesn't really necessarily have the room. Nor does ES. ES is about to hit its VWAP. Still 20 seconds left of this candle. Previous 5-minute candle doesn't have that upper wick, which would again bring us to the 405s. So good upside potential. Five seconds left of this candle. Could be a heavy drop, says Lewis. It could be, man. Fuck, man. I'm equally tempted for the long, though. Still 30 seconds. We really didn't get that 5-minute push, though. Five-minute sweep doji on the 1 hour, says Lewis. Yeah, when you look at the 1 hour, man, the 1 hour looks very bearish. Admittedly, the 1 hour looks very bearish. But like looking at VIX, VIX is right up at its resistance line. ES is right at its VWAP line. We broke through our VWAP, interestingly enough, but there's still, this is a good bounce point. Isaiah, only thing I've found so far is where Cowboy shared his screen and mentioned jokes about your bank account info, and y'all said it's all in evals. Now, was your incident before or after this stream? Dude, I have no idea, man. I just remember I freaked out really quick because I was basically clicking this stuff, you know? I was clicking through screens like this, and I hit, oh, look at that, main camera. So that's what I did. I hit main camera, and main camera happened to be on. Dude, so effing funny that I almost did it again. But yeah, main camera was on. I'm not going to click on it. But yeah, main camera was on the Apex website instead. And, you know, just my account and password and everything was highlighted. Yo, you brought your doggo!
Well, it's not my dog. It's my son's dog.
We've never
this
seen
is Bruiser.
this cutie.
This is Bruiser.
Yo, look at that little guy. What's up, big dog? What a good pup. How old is he?
3 going on 4.
Yeah.
Almost 4.
Nice, dude. See, that's why you need an egg chair. If you had an egg chair, he could sit in there with you a little better.
This one's small enough it don't matter.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
If it was one of the other ones, you'd have saw me fall over in the floor when he jumped up.
Man, still struggling at VWAP here. I was still, man, I don't know. I'm so tempted for the long right now. You know, I'm going to do it.
Order filled.
I'm going to be about it instead of just speaking about it. Watch, and now it's going to fucking instantly flush right now.
He's like, forget this. I'm doing this. Look at this. It's going up. You know, up. Well.
I know it. Every single time. Okay, great. Well, that was fun. Come on. There's 320s. Showing some weakness. VIX is pushing a little bit higher than I would like it to.
filled.
Come on. 5 more seconds. Then we'll get our 5-minute push, hopefully. Let's get that 5-minute push, hopefully. Come on.
There we go. Come on.
Come on. Still 30 seconds. Not really getting the momentum I was hoping to see. Come on, 5 seconds. Not looking great. Yeah, shoot. Oops. Come on. Oh, come on. Give us a little bit more of a push.
Yeah, 345. 345, chat. Come on.
Stop filled.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Come
Alright.
on.
That's it, gang. I gotta get out
All
of
right.
here.
Let's get out of here.
Man, hold that son of a bitch. Are you in an NQ right now?
Yeah.
You are in NQ right now. He goes, yeah. Yeah, I am.
It's way faster to lose an account with NQ. You know exactly where you stand in a few minutes.
Right.
I just want 345.
Yeah, it's pushing.
345.
It's pushing. It's gonna
Come
hit.
on.
It's gonna hit.
Oh, that was it. What a rush. What a rush, cat.
What a rush. Come on. Come on.
Gotta be kidding. I mean, I feel like we have room to 350, but
Yeah. Well, and again, the 410s, I would love to have that 5-minute shoulder get cleaned up at 405. That was my original target. It was way the hell up here now, though.
Come on.
There it is.
Push. Push.
There it is.
Push.
Come on.
Give me my TP.
Give it to me. There
Thank
it is,
you.
bud. There it is.
All right.
Good job,
We got
gang.
one. We got one.
We appreciate
Now we're at
yous.
990.
Look at that, bud. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Uh-oh. Let's clear everything. Exit
Look at
and
that.
clear,
345
exit and
was the magic number.
clear. Yeah. All right. Well, tomorrow will be the day. Fuck me. Yeah. Do. All right, gang. Well, we appreciate the hell out of you. Please, if you had fun
Thanks, guys.
today, don't forget to like and subscribe. And make sure to also like and subscribe to @TheTradingCowboy. He's absolutely crushing it. Surpassing 1,100 followers, sir. Very stinking exciting.
Let's go.
So please pop on
Thanks,
over to
guys.
him because I am ending my stream right now. But he is about to continue his so that you guys can keep killing it.
Yeah.
Nice. And that's basically it. We'll see you again bright and early, 9:25 tomorrow morning. Stay green. Keep rock and rolling. We love you to death. See ya.
Thanks, guys. Giddy up.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. How do I close this thing down? Now it's not even working. We're on the wrong screen. Good grief.
Isaiah's in control.
This is our first time ever doing this.